Get ready for an AFC East rivalry where Buffalo looks for their third straight over New York. It's the Bills and the Jets, and Week 10 is coming at you on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They go back to the ground with Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen off the play fake. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Going deep for Diggs. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. So there is the... arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Way to hustle, boy.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his first touchdown on the year. The Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They run for the first time with Christian Wade. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That's where you belong.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit, because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7, as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Braden Mann now. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And some room to work. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So that challenge, a successful one. Rosa's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we're seeing a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Quick slant to Crowder.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. There's Wilson to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Rosas' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and out of roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Rolling to his right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Buying time to his left. 1st down and more for Allen. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. So Allen's going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen sliding out of the pocket. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
Oh, wide open, complete, 20. 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. He's got a man complete. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Gordon on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He'll buy some time right. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
Let's go! Interception, baby.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 24, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guy.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're